Welcome back, Focused Learners. I am absolutely thrilled to have you here for another explainer. Today we're going to do something incredibly powerful. We're going to unpack a highly concentrated foundational concept in the world of business and really explain the details of how to translate dense academic jargon into real-world actionable strategies. You know, sometimes the absolute most profound business strategies, they aren't hidden away in some 300-page textbook. Nope, they're distilled into a single dense sentence that acts as a total blueprint for success. And that is exactly what we're going to deconstruct today. The absolute foundations of value-driven business modeling. So get ready, because we are going to break this down piece by piece.
But right before we reveal that core text, let's start with a really critical question. What builds the true foundation of a surviving business? Really think about it for a second. Is it having an endless marketing budget, a flashy logo, or is it something a whole lot deeper? The reality is, a business only survives and thrives if its foundational model is built on reality rather than just pure guesswork. To understand exactly how to build that reality-based foundation, we're going to look at a definitive statement from our source material on business modeling.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here is that exact syllabus text. It reads, in this module, participants will introduce how to create and deliver value for existing and future customers of the company through a customer-validated business modeling methodology. Okay, wow. At first glance, that might just sound like a dense wall of academic jargon designed to put you right to sleep. But I promise you, every single word in this sentence carries immense weight. It's literally a complete operational manual disguised as a simple introduction. Over the next few minutes, we're going to meticulously deconstruct this sentence to show you exactly how all these concepts interlock in practice.
Let's start by just isolating the overarching concept here. We are defining value-driven business modeling. Notice that this isn't just about having a great idea. It's a methodology. That implies a rigorous, repeatable system, much like the scientific method, but applied to your customer's wallet. And the entire focus of this system is to create and deliver validated value. It completely flips the traditional business approach on its head. You don't start by just building a product. You start with a proven methodology for delivering value.
Pillar 1, creating and delivering value. And this brilliantly illustrates a key point. The source material purposefully pairs the words create and deliver. Why? Well, because creation without delivery is just a hobby. You could engineer a revolutionary clean energy battery right there in your garage, and hey, that is created value. But without a logistics model, strategic partnerships, and a solid supply chain to get that battery into actual cars, its market value is exactly zero. An idea is entirely worthless if it doesn't actually reach the market. The business model absolutely has to encompass both the initial spark of creation and the gritty logistics of delivery.
Pillar 2, existing versus future customers.
Now, what's really interesting about this comparison is how our source text demands we split our focus. It explicitly mentions both existing and future customers, which forces this really tricky strategic balancing act. Think about it. If you only serve your current users, your company eventually ages out and stagnates. You're just milking the now audience. But on the flip side, if you chase only the next big thing, you risk alienating the very people who are paying the bills today. A truly robust methodology requires a dual-engine approach. You're serving the current audience to maintain stability while simultaneously innovating to capture the next generation of users.
Pillar 3, the customer-validated methodology.
Let's move to and see how this builds into an actionable progression. Step 1, hypothesize. You're making an assumption about what the customer actually values. Step 2 is the absolute crucial filter, validate. You don't build the expensive factory yet. No way. You test your hypothesis with a prototype or even just a simple landing page placed directly in front of actual target users. Then, step 3, deliver. You only execute the delivery phase after the customer has proven your hypothesis correct. The text intentionally insists on validation before delivery. You aren't guessing here. You are rigorously proving.
So the crucial point is bringing it all together into a unified framework.
When we step back and look at the whole shebang, we see 3 undeniable pillars derived from that single sentence. First, your model has to explicitly map out both the creation and the delivery of value. Second, it must strategically balance your existing user base right alongside your future, unacquired customers. And third, the entire structure has to rest on a solid foundation of customer validation, completely eliminating expensive assumptions from the equation. This isn't just a brief introduction to a course module, it's the ultimate checklist for business survival.
As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a direct challenge inspired by our text. Look at your own projects right now. Look at the companies you work for or the case studies you're analyzing. Are those business models built on hopeful internal assumptions, or are they rigorously customer validated? The answer is often the deciding factor between a business that just fades away and one that builds a lasting legacy. Keep that in mind. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.